All right, everybody. Texas is back to winning games by a wide margin. Now, it was not a super wide margin. It could have been a lot better. There's issues that we're going to still talk about in this video. But at the end of the day, the Texas Longhorns, they beat the BYU Cougars 35-6. This is our second largest margin of victory this year. It's nice to see. Always nice to see a nice margin like that where it's okay. We're not sweating anything out in the fourth quarter or anything like that, especially against a team like BYU. There are some things that I saw going how it would go, and then there are some things that went differently, and we're going to talk about them in this video. So this is the immediate reaction to the BYU win, the win over BYU, and let's just hop right on into it. So if you like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then comment down below your thoughts on this. And yeah, so I'll start off with Malik Murphy. Malik Murphy, he did pretty good. I know there were some things that you wish you might have had back. For me, I think my biggest gripe would have been the interception, and it's not a matter of I want him going and making that tackle. I just feel like from what I saw in the stands, it was almost like he threw the pick, and then he turned to the ref to like, okay, blow the play dead, because not because I threw the pick, but because there was something funky that went on pre-snap. Malik Murphy wasn't really ready for it. I think he thought there was a false start, and he just really didn't have much effort on that play. So that's something that you want to see. You want to see them go like full out all the way until the whistle blows. Now I'm not sitting there advocating to have our quarterback trying to lay somebody out while we're down to our second string quarterback, but you wish there was a little bit more effort. So out of all the things that I was going to nitpick, that's probably one of them. Other than that, I thought he did fine. You saw that confidence. He's going to push the ball down the field. Like, he does not double clutch things. He doesn't hesitate. When he makes a decision, he's either going to live or die by it. That arm strength is legit. Love to see that. His deep ball, he's got a nice deep ball. And it's just pure also completion percentage of the deep ball. At the end of the day, he's completing it. Now, 6.8 yards per attempt could have been better. I predicted 20 of 25. He was 4 short of that, so 16 of 25. I mean, by all means, it's not like this isn't a day that's going to stick out on the paper and be like, you're not going to sit there and say, okay, 64% completion percentage, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's not going to be something that jumps out on the page to you. But at the end of the day, we weren't relying on him. We relied a lot on the backs a little bit in this game. And Jonathan Brooks, I'm going to be sticking with this narrative, and he is just, man, this close. He was at 99 yards last week, 98 yards this week. At the end of the day, there's only one game that he's had that he has not had over 100 yards in the game. And, oh, no, that's not the case. He almost had 100 yards versus Rice. But, so Rice and Alabama are the only 2 games he didn't have 100 yards of scrimmage yards, 100 scrimmage yards in those games. But he's still on an absolute tear running the ball. 825, no, not 825 yards. It's going to be 825 plus good old 98. So we're going to have 923 yards. He's almost there. Almost there to 1,000. He can give Sark another 1,000 yard back, as we like to always point out that stat. But hey, him, CJ Baxter, his numbers don't look nice. But man, he was majority of those yards all came in the first half of the carries. Like, he was like, I think there was a point where he was like 4 of 25 or something like that. So he was looking really nice early on. Jaden Blue at the end, that was a nice run. that was a really nice run, Jaden Blue. You saw the speed. Really, we probably weren't like that. This is also a thing where you can go, yeah, we won 35-6, but we probably were going to win 28-6, right? I don't think Sark was trying to put the ball in the end zone there, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to take a score, and I don't think Sark was mad at not Savion. I don't think he was mad at Jaden Blue for going in there and scoring the ball. I don't think Sark was saying, hey, I want you to go down, we're going to run the clock. No, I don't think there was necessarily that. But still, very nice run. Savion Red, want to see more of that goal line package. And speaking of the goal line, Sark even mentioned it in his. I was listening to his. Not post game press conference, but it was a little conversation with Craig Way on the way home, and he mentioned about the red zone issues and how that's an issue. They got the ball 3 times in the 5-yard line and walked away with 0 points. That's bad. That's really, really bad, and that's something that Texas has to get fixed. Sorry, I'm got allergies, but especially if Texas wants to go and we want to if we have these aspirations of playing these really good games, college football playoff game or whatever, Kansas State next week. You can't beat bad teams or you can't beat good teams being that poor in the red zone. You just can't. You have to have better efficiency down there. And it's not, honestly, it's not even just taking the field goals, right? It's also the efficiency of scoring the touchdown. We're bad. We have to be the worst team in the. I'm not even kidding. We have to be between numbers 120 and 132 or something like that. However many FBS teams there are now. We have to be in the bottom 1% of FBS teams and the ability to score a touchdown when we get into the red area. I mean, I have more faith in our team scoring a touchdown when we're not into the so from the end zone to the 20-yard line. I have all the faith in the world for us to be able to score the ball. That's 80 yards of field, right? But as soon as we get close to that end zone and we're within the 20-yard line and we're in that red zone, no siree. I have I'm starting to, oh my God, this drive's over. We just had a good drive and then now it's over. So that's something you want to see fixed. Adonai Mitchell is certainly a good spot to look at with 2 touchdowns on the day. This dude is an absolute touchdown machine. I want to look at this real quick because with the 2 touchdowns today, okay, that would put Texas receiving touchdowns. We've had 13. Add in 2 more, so 15 this year. Adonai Mitchell has accounted for 7 of those. 7 of 15 touchdowns. He's half of our touchdowns not just in the red zone. He's probably all our touchdowns in the red zone. Man, yeah, you love to see this. Adonai Mitchell, he is certainly making an impact, big time impact. Worthy was close to having a touchdown catch. I'm not sure if he should have caught it. From where I was at, it was on the far side. It was the far end zone, so I'm not it was literally the furthest part on the football field that you could have ever put away from me, from my view. So I'll have to see that when I go through the every play video. But he looked all right. Defense, they started out. Hold on, I'll say this: they started out very strong in the run game, incredibly strong. But they're still getting burned over the top. I mean, there was that one. It was it's just comical at this point. You even had Derek Williams making illegal contact. He's pass interference, and the guy still catches the ball. Now, BYU had 2 of the best catches I've seen on a college football field today. They had that one where dude literally starts to swivel over Derek Williams, and it's he somehow still catches the ball. Honestly, I think Derek Williams hitting him actually helped him catch the ball, slowed him down to where he was in the target range of the ball. And then there was another one, I forget who it was on, but I mean, just an absolute monster catch. Dude got a foot down. That was two catches that probably deserve to be on the Sports Center top 10 plays. Tavondre Sweat was living in the backfield. I mean, really the entire team. We have 12 tackles for loss. Why anybody would ever try a screen over towards Jahdae Barron's side? If you throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage on the side of Jahdae Barron, you're done. You're done. Play's done. But yeah, and then you also had that man, Byron Murphy. That dude is an animal. He was getting in the backfield quick and often. I know he is. The stat line showing 0 tackles, 0 sack, all that. Byron Murphy made an impact. Ryan Watts got injured. That's something you obviously don't want to see. at this point, I think every single one of our cornerbacks has been injured. You have Jade Barron playing hurt. Jade Barron, that dude is an absolute football player. Just massive guy, massive piece of this team. I know there was a chance of us not having him come back this year. Getting him to come back was absolutely no small part in the success that we're having. Gavin Holmes was back. Malik Muhammad, he went down for a little bit early, but he came back. So that was when you're this thin that we're at the cornerback position, not just cornerback but also safeties, defensive back. That's a massive plus for this Texas team. Xavier Worthy got his first punt return. That was massive. Look, go and watch the BYU Houston game. If you don't believe me, go and watch the BYU Houston game and watch BYU punt the ball to Houston and tell me you don't get the same thought of, oh, well, Texas should take advantage of that. Xavier Worthy should get some returns on that. We should also get some punt blocks on that. Now, we did not go to block the punt. That was one thing that surprised me because there's definitely blocks to be had versus the BYU team. But we were obviously playing the return game for an obvious reason, and it paid off big time for Xavier Worthy. So that's all. That's something that you like to see. I want to see the snapping get it a little better. I think that's a little bit of a Malik Murphy kind of shaking off the rust, getting in the game. Working with majors really for the first time. He's probably been working with Hudson and Robertson all year long, and so he has a lot of familiarity with them. So there's certain things that you want to see get better, but at the end of the day, still good game. And I'm not gonna really come up here and complain too much on a game where we win 35-6. And I will leave you with this: if you do have a lot of complaints, we just won 35-6. Not saying that to say stop complaining. I'm saying that to say when Texas does figure this out, right? When Texas does start playing complete football games, when Texas starts doing all these things that we want them to do, it's going to be a hard team to beat. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. Time to go get on there and play a video. Hook 'em!